Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tapis. I make shoe reviews for slow, beginner, heavy runners. And in front of me, I have my current shoe rotation. I have the Nova Blast 5 for the daily trainer. I have the Evo SL for the faster, speedier stuff. I have the Brooks Glycerin Max for the easy and the recovery paces. And last but not least, I have my Super Blast 2, my long run shoe. And in front of me, I also have the Vomero Plus. And after running in this shoe for only 2 weeks, I can confidently say that this shoe has already replaced one of my shoes that I mentioned below. Can you guys guess which one? Stay tuned to find out as we get into my first impression of the Vomero Plus. Before we get into it, a disclaimer. I did buy this shoe with my own money along with the rest of them. I don't get paid by Nike, nor does anyone get to see or review my review. And so let's get into my honest opinions about the Vomero Plus. As always, let's start with the specs. We'll start at the top and work our way down. The Vomero Plus has a very, very spacious and roomy upper, especially in the toe box, which is surprising coming from other Nike shoes. I normally wear an 11.5 US size men's in a wide, but if the shoe company does not offer the size wide, then I normally do size up by half to a size 12. And while they do offer the extra wide option on the Nike website, other reviewers have said that the shoe is plenty wide in its regular size, so I just opted for that instead. And I'm glad I did because it actually fits me perfectly in the size 12. There's no heel slippage, there's good lockdown throughout. The overall cushioning from the upper is also very, very good. The tongue is not gusseted, but I honestly don't mind that in the max cushion shoe. And the laces are also very long. And again, the lockdown with them is very, very good. Moving down to the midsole, this is where the fun really starts. The shoe has a 10 millimeter drop going from 45 millimeters in the heel to the 35 millimeters in the forefoot. This is a very tall boy. Also, the Vomero Plus has a full slab of the Zoom X. And not the same Zoom X found in the race shoes. This is a different variation of it, and I'm actually kind of glad for it. See, in the past, I ran in the Zoom Fly 6, which, while they were good for the faster work, the combination of Zoom X on those shoes, along with the other foam that they had, made it very unstable because it was so compressive that I just found that it was not stable for my everyday runs. The Zoom X on the Vomero Plus is compressive, but it's not super squishy, and the bounce is absolutely insane. The only other shoe that I've gotten that kind of bounce from is honestly the Nova Blast 5. It has that trampoline-like effect. I'm actually a very, very big fan of this midsole. And some reviewers have said that the shoe might be a little unstable. I personally did not find that at all. They were very stable for my runs, especially my faster paces, my slower paces, and in my long runs. So stability was not an option for me at all. And finally, for the outsole, you really should expect a good outsole from Nike, and I think that's what we got here as well. I've only actually tested them in the California heat wave that we've gotten, so I can't quite comment on the difficult weather conditions, but I will provide a long-term review and probably will get some rain by then, so I can give a much more accurate answer. But so far, so good. And finally, for the weight, this is a chonky boy. My men's size 12 came in at 344 grams on the left and 342 grams on the right. In comparison, the Super Blast 2 are actually at 300 grams on the right, and the Glycerin Maxes are actually at 357 grams on the right. But just like with the Glycerin Maxes, you really don't notice the weight because the shoe doesn't feel clunky in my opinion. The bounce and all that kind of stuff really does not affect the weight that much. Price-wise though, these will set you back at $180. But this is Nike we're talking about. They always have sales coming left and right for the shoes, and you will probably find this for a lot cheaper if you just wait a few months or weeks. All right, so what are my thoughts on these? What I had decided going forward for my first impressions videos was to run in the new shoes for all my runs for 1 week straight. So do all my faster runs, my tempo runs, easy runs, and long runs in one shoe, just to see if the shoe that I'm testing is versatile or if it's a niche kind of shoe where it's only for a specific type of runs. But with these, I actually just had so much fun with them that I actually wore them for 2 weeks straight for all my workouts, even the faster sessions. Although they did struggle a bit with the faster runs, and that's given because of its weight and its size, but for the easy tempo and long runs, these were absolutely great. They made my easy runs feel really, really plush and truly easy, while my long runs were a breeze because of the comfortableness and the bounciness that they provide. And as far as what I don't like about these, honestly, there isn't much not to like about them. I know they're not really made for faster paces, so I can't really knock them for that. They're in the max cushion category, and I think that they would fit perfectly in that category. I wouldn't necessarily say they're for faster paces at all. They are good for long runs and good for easy runs, which is what's expected of them. The major negative I have for these is the steep price. $180 is very, very steep when you consider the GOAT, in my opinion, the greatest shoe of all time, is $20 more at $200. But as I said in the beginning, this is Nike we're talking about. They always have a 20% off sale whenever they do these kind of running promotions. And these, even the newer shoes do fall under that. So like I got my shoes for I think about $150 from another website because I have a sale going on as well. So if you can get these shoes for less than $160, I think they'd be a really good buy, and at least for you to test out. All right, so let's answer the question that I had posed in the beginning. Which shoe does this Vomero Plus replace in my current rotation? And fortunately or unfortunately, they actually replaced my Glycerin Maxes. While I do love my Glycerin Maxes, that foam from the Vomero Plus and the bounciness is just something else. Even just holding it right now, I can feel the weight difference between this shoe and the Glycerin Maxes. Again, it's only about a few grams more, but these do feel significantly heavier. So for me, these are going to be my go-to for any kind of easy recovery runs I have going forward, or maybe even my long runs if I really need to just take it very, very easy for the long run. And of course, if you guys want to see a more detailed side-by-side comparison of the two shoes, the Glycerin Maxes and the Vomero Plus, let me know in the comments below. I can definitely make a more in-depth comparison video for the two if you guys really want to see it. All right, my final thoughts. I'm normally not the biggest fan of Nike shoes because they always seem so stiff and narrow for some reason. But these honestly are probably my favorite Nike shoes of all time. I would honestly give them a very high recommendation for anyone looking for the easy daily workouts and maybe going into long runs. Again, can't expect quicker sessions with these. So I wouldn't use them as a daily trainer, but they would fit perfectly as your long run with easy paces or recovery and easy runs overall. Well, there you guys have it. My quick first impressions of the Nike Vomero Plus. I will definitely be doing a long-term review for this shoe after I put about 100 miles on it, just to make sure there's no other issues that pop up or there's no loss in the foam and that kind of stuff. I will keep you guys updated. And also stay tuned because next week I'm testing out a shoe that may actually dethrone my favorite shoe of all time, Super Blast 2, and that is the Asics Mega Blast. These expensive bad boys are going to be fun to try out, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.